Chapter 3, Pulse of Steel. Und damit Timeskip. Wir sind im nächsten Monat. June, the hydrangeas began to bloom, heralding the beginning of summer. In leaves situated just west of Heimdall, light rain showers came and went. Ach, schönes Sommerregen. Nice. Wenn es so leichter Sommerregen ist, ist es eigentlich ziemlich geil. Das liebe ich. After 2 field exercises, the branch campus reputation began to spread far and wide. And with this renown came additional funding and equipment to enhance the school. Yep, there was an Castor and Hector. Ah, man sieht auch da schon was Nices. Die paar roten Teile, die man da sehen lassen kann, das ist ein kleines Projekt von Tita. In addition, the campus welcomed some new faculty. Becky und Josette. Josette natürlich, ne? Waren liefern. Becky, a graduate of Force main campus, opened the student store. Ich weiß dann, dass Vivi eigentlich hierher zurückkommen, statt weiter in St. Ursula ein bisschen mehr über Medizin zu lernen, aber gut. Due to training at St. Ursula Medical College, Linde, stimmt, das war Linde, Vivi ist unsere Zeitungsreporterin, Linde was the perfect candidate to take over the medical office. Also, Vivi und Linde, ich kann die zwei auch nicht auseinanderhalten. Das ist so. I know it was only a few, there were some important transfers among the students. Wir haben nun neue Schüler in der Klasse 7. Beziehungsweise gleich. Man, it's already the weekend. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks since we got back from Crossbill. Time sure does fly. We got back 19 days ago, to be exact. Tomorrow's our free day, but I feel like I still have a little energy left. Oh, looks like you've gotten a bit tougher, Ellie. You told me you're doing pretty good in swimming club. Still can't swim more than 40 acre though. It seems you've been working hard at tennis practice yourself, Juna. In fact, I've heard you to have an exhibition match with a high school in Heimdall. Yeah, apparently the tennis club was just founded too, so we figured it'd be the perfect matchup. I hope the rain clears up. I wanted to get in some practice after school. According to forecast, it should be sunny after 4 p.m. But judging from your grades, Juno, shouldn't you be studying instead? You're so predictable. Well, the finals are still a month away, so you've got some time. There's no way I've got enough time for club practice and studying. You don't have to practice for any matches in chess club, do you, Kurt? Actually, we have a match set up with another high school as well. A significant amount of my study time has gone to reading over match transcripts and teaching the game to Sydney. I forgot what a brainiac you are. Why, thank you. I take that as a compliment. Those two have been getting along lately. Oh yeah, I was checking out the campus store this morning and it's pretty nice. They've got stuff from all over for sale. I also picked up the latest Imperial Chronicle there. The shop is run by Instructor Reen's fellow graduate, Miss Peggy, correct? The school is at least starting to resemble a real military school. The buildings have always been nice, but they're sort of empty on the inside. I feel like the medical office and gardening area finally started running too. I think Mr. Little, the one running the medical office, also went to force with Instructor Reen. And Sandy's done an amazing job with the gardening area. On top of all that, we also have the new Panzersoldat models. I'm surprised to hear you read the Imperial Chronicle though. I'd have thought you'd find it boring, given that most of its articles cover the Imperial Mainland. Und davon auch einiges relativ politisch biased, aber gut. Well, I've been trying to be more open lately. Also, they run an article on Crossbow every now and then, so I've been trying to pick up the new issues when I can. Oh, and there was something in the table of contents I was going to ask about. What's this big conference thing about? Oh, is it that time of year already? I think it's later than usual. The Imperial Provincial Council, held once a year, is a gathering of all the highest-ranking aristocrats in the Empire. None whose titles less than Count are permitted entry. Traditionally, it's been organized by the four great houses. Last year it was held in St. Arc and hosted by Marquis Hyams. Four great houses. I've heard of them before. They're pretty much the ones who run this country. Two of them got thrown into jail after the Civil War, though, right? I remember Ellie mentioning she called one of them. You mean Duke Kyan? He was the leader of the Noble Alliance during the Civil War. Duke Aber was the other one. He was captured by the original Class VII. He was charged with abuse of the people and arson. It was his second son that arrested him. Jeez, he sounds like a horrible guy. But the original Class VII was involved in all that too. So that means Duke Aber's second son, the one who arrested him, was Governor General Rufus' younger brother Jusus. He is now acting as the new head of the Arborea family. Though the power may be reigning, his country is still one ruled by the nobility. So to suddenly withdraw from running the empire, the central government would not yet be able to manage on its own. In that sense, the Imperial Provincial Council still holds great importance to his country. So if he's the new head of the family, does that mean this Jusus guy is gonna be there too? Well, if he's Instructor Reen's friend, I'm sure we will support all the right stuff. Huh? I mean, I'm not saying I trust him just because Instructor Reen's friend. It's just everyone from Class 7, besides Instructor Reen, so nice. Jeremy's Reen versucht wieder rauszunehmen. Why do you two keep looking at me like that? Oh, don't mind us. Starting to understand what it means to be a sucker for someone. Come on, everyone. Seems like things are pretty lively in here. Good morning. Hey, don't just burst in here out of something like that. Wait, are you later than usual? More importantly, sharp as ever. It's a bit sudden, but starting today, we'll be getting new members in our class. What? Sudden is an understatement. Alright, you two, come in. No surprise here, to be honest. You do? I'm sure you all know each other by now, but go ahead and introduce yourselves.
では私からミュゼイーグレット死刑課から7組へ移籍しました。今後ともよろしくお願いしますね。
Und ja, so sehr wie sie sich selbst hinzuhört haben in unsere Klasse, war es kein Wunder, dass sie irgendwann doch zur Klasse kommen. Das ist eine Überraschung aus Solo so nicht. Wow. Ich würde mal sagen, die Klasse ist gleich mal um einiges chaotischer geworden mit Muse und Ash. In the beginning of this week, we will be transferred to Class 7. Ash Carbide from Class 8 and Muse from Class 9. According to the reports, those two are a bit too unruly. Consider this a punishment of sorts for them. It's not that I don't get it, but don't the instructors share some of the blame too? I'd always planned to shuffle the classes around a little. And Class 7 has needed more members from the beginning, especially after the incidents at our last two field exercise locations. Well, it's true, especially considering that might happen in the future. What's your take on this? No question, the two of them have more than enough skill and mental fortitude. They don't have any objections to the transfer, we'd be more than happy to take them in. Good to hear. Any objections, Chief Instructor? No, most lessons are held jointly for our three classes, so there should be no problems. Is this really just coincidence? The Terrence Division did mention something about Carbide. Und ja, Carbide ist ja immer noch so ein kleiner Spion für Lecter. Was ich auch noch interessant finde. Und Muse ist ja sowieso immer noch sehr sass. Ja, then it's been decided. No, Class 7 has 5 members. Fair warning, Ash can be a bit ornery. So, good luck dealing with him. Ich glaube, das haben wir schon mehr als genug gesehen. Yeah, I got it. Ash and Muse, I shall go talk to each of them in person. Second period tactics theory. This is called mobile defense. You lure the enemy's main force to where you want them with a token defense line, then counterattack from a different direction. You need to distribute your troops, be flexible and coordinate well, but it's a tactic that can be pulled off, even with what we've got here. It's one of the things Uncle told me. They don't teach you this kind of stuff at the police academy. I see, so it's both an offensive and defensive maneuver. Someone actually bother to name such a basic ass idea. Adin hat einfach diligently taken notes. Ich glaube, allein diese Szene verrät schon so viel über die Charaktere. Irgendwie so ticken. Half of the agreements reached during the West Simurian Trade Conference have now been nullified, but... Stimmt. Das war ja auch ein Ding, das wir in Crossbar gesehen haben, und mittlerweile schon kaum noch Relevanz hat. The order are still in place, and many hope they will become a bridge to repair relations between the Empire and the Republic. One of these is an agreement signed by all the countries the Transcontinental Railroad connects. Und vor allem Tor war mit dabei. The other countries of Simuria, perhaps I must study them a bit more. I know some of these names, but all these technical terms. A very unique point of view for an NGO. Oh, this is stupid. Agreements like that are made to be broken. Teilt hier einfach so die Odd One out auf jeden Fall. No need to go get all tense. It's time for our once-a-week class on the arts. No matter real noble or commoner, Erebonia or otherwise, you must nourish your soul with art. Last time we covered melody, chords, and rhythm. Here I am, sing the first passage on on page 17. Yep, just like that? Okay.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la
Oh,
la 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 la.
Perform sex in motion, but it's very precise and beautiful in its own way. Yeah, emotional expressions still need work, but having such precise melody and chords and rhythm can still be soothing in its own way. Now if we were to add a chord here, we would see that. Good job today, everyone. Miss Ash, now that you're part of Class 7, your lessons won't change much, but let me know if either of you have any concerns. Oh, I'm perfectly fine, thank you. I think I can handle, besides our art classes anyway. Okay. I think it's safe to say everyone in the class is nervous. Didn't expect you to have me sing like that. Well, I didn't expect you'd be able to actually do it on demand like that. Also, good music I get, but why are you so smart too, Ash? Every single time you were called on in class, you knew the answer, no problem. Who knows? Maybe I'm just smarter than you? And what did you just say? Hey, you're in the same class now, so work on getting along. Of course, my door's always open if any of you need to talk, so don't hesitate to ask about anything. If that's the case, perhaps I'll stop by your room tonight for some private lessons. Seriously, enough of that already. Yep, die Klasse ist auf jeden Fall einiges chaotischer geworden, nur dank den beiden. Sheesh. Aber class has suddenly become far more lively. Ja, so kann man es auch ausdrücken.
起立礼
It was all pretty out of the blue, you know. You two both okay with being moved around like that? I did enjoy my old class and was not particularly keen on leaving, but how could I pass up a chance to be with Instructor Reen? Okay, yeah, that's one's on me. I should have known asking you was a waste of my time. I thought you of all people would be staunchly opposed to being in Instructor Reen's class. You're pretty vocal about how much you hate him. No, I don't hate him, I just don't like him is all. I know he's not a bad guy, and he's been through a lot of crap, I'll give him that much. Not to mention the special powers of his. That's... How do you know about that? That's my secret. But man, the guy's a riot. He's friends with a talking cat and he flies around in a big toy from the Dark Ages. Let's just say that being in his class gives me a front row seat to the gag comic that is his life. I mean... I get his point. Hat damit man eigentlich nicht mal Unrecht. Und wäre ich in Ash Positions, also wäre ich auch in seiner Position. Ich würde genauso fühlen, to be honest. Hey. If you're to be classmates, I'd prefer to avoid any trouble, of course. No doubt we'd all get along just fine. Every one of us here has an interest in Instructor Reen, one way or another. Including dear Ash, of course, though he'd never admitted himself. Now that you mention it, Splash Ash would not have taken the actions he has were he truly uninterested. Now I understand. Damn it. You're not just some girl, are you? You're a she-devil in human skin. Or should I call you a harpy, Ygritte? Oh, no, no, no. I'd much prefer you call me a pretty white lily. Wow. Well, anyway. You see, Ash, welcome to Class 7 Special Operations. Let's do our best together and show Instructor Reen what we are made of. Though our class is grown, we are still smaller than either of the other 2 classes. It would be best if we were to work together on any task we can. Good to have you aboard. First we do Panzersoldat training, or was it a keep? Well, this team spirit is gonna make my lunch come back up. But we're planning to show what's up, I'm all in. This must be the will of the goddess. Thank you for your warm welcome. As usual, tomorrow's briefing will be held at 3 PM in the tactical conference room. I'll see you all then. How are your newbies treating you? You've got quite a colorful crew going on now. Imagine it's a bit difficult dealing with both Mirzi and Ash. The way I see it, they're meant to be in Class 7. Besides, I'm looking forward to seeing what I can really do. As an instructor and as a fellow member of Class 7, I do everything I can to help them hone their best qualities. Oh, really now? That's very you, Reen. Well, if you ever need any help training them, just give me a holler. Sure thing, thanks. Oh, Reen, I nearly forgot, we got these in earlier. Ach stimmt, die kriegen jetzt geupdatete Notebooks. Train's making it so gloomy out. Suppose it's supposed to clear up by the evening though. The new pair of Class 7 notebooks, they will need those for their missions. But wow, we've really come together since the field exercise in Crossbow. Been through a lot, but oh, was a good experience. Indeed it was. Ich muss sagen, Chapter 2, von dem was storytechnisch passiert ist, ein sehr schöner Story-Chapter. Und ja, wenn man das mal so kurz sieht, ist es viel passiert in Crossbow. Das war auch in Sutherland mit Hameln, zumindest. Alles, was so um Hameln rumging. The leader of the gnomes. Who could that man be? There's no way it's possible. Well, anyway, I guess I should find Ash and Mirzi and give them their notebooks. I'd also like to chat with Linda and Becky while I'm out. Alright, and Celine said she was going to the academy, even though it was raining. She said there was something she needed to look into. Maybe check up on her. You didn't get a message on this August too. Ja. Ich weiß nicht, was die Message sein soll, aber gut. So, bevor ich es vergesse. This is today's old yeah. That's nice. Are you sure I can have it? Of course, you're always doing so much to help me, Tova. This one's supposed to give your hair a nice sheen. Oh, I see. Since my hair has so much volume, I always have trouble getting it up. Thank you, I'm so happy. Oh. Sehr schön. Gut, dann gucken wir mal. Oh. Man würde theoretisch auch neue Outfits gerade kriegen. Und das ist sowieso etwas, was ich mir vorgenommen habe. Mit Kapitel 3 jetzt nun im Schlepptau. Gucken wir uns mal einen neuen Style an. Okay, wir wollen jetzt natürlich nicht in Schwimmsachen rumgehen. Das ist ein Kurs T2 Outfit. Oh komm, wir können mal ein bisschen casual unterwegs sein. Schon hat so viele Outfits, damn. Tenniswear, okay. Abram, It's that just a hairy new one, alright. Ja. Active Red. Okay. Main Campus Uniform, okay. That's a bit much. Just Lloyd costume. I kinda dig this. Das hat was. Irgendwie sieht auch gut aus, aber it's a bit much. Würde das geben? Ich will es nicht nur als Lloyd-Copy sehen, das ist halt so das Ding, aber es steht ihr gut, not gonna lie. Komm. Wir können ja nochmal in Kapitel 3 nochmal, Kapitel 4 noch ein bisschen umswitchen. Shirt, Casuals, ja. Und Main Canvas. Wetsuit. Ah, das ist ihr. Casuals. Adorable. Das ist sehr cute. Force. Kitty Nora. Okay. Nee, warte, was war's? Casuals. Ja, das ist adorable. So, wir haben hier sehen Kimono, was wir auch schon gesehen haben. Das sieht auch sehr gut aus. Ja, ich sag zu dem Outfit nichts. Theoretisch ein bisschen spoilery, weil sie das Outfit erst... Obwohl, ja, das ist das Outfit, was sie dann trägt in Kurztier 4. Wenn man dann so ein bisschen mal ihrem Background Reveal kommt. Seine Australia Uniform, ja, auf jeden Fall passend. Casuals. Ja. Coquettish Blue. Ja. Man muss sagen, das Dress sieht halt cool aus. Aber wir gehen erstmal mit Casuals. Tanktop. Passt die? Battle-Uniform. Ah. Ich weiß auch, warum das... Ja, okay, Biker-Style passt zu Ash. Und Butler-Uniform ist auch Story-related. Ich habe leider keine Costumes. Er kommt aber gar nicht in Casual Style unterwegs, dann gehen wir auch mit ihr Casual. Und Julia hat sehr viele Outfits, damn. Und ich kann später auf den Lloyd und auf das Dress-Outfit gehen. So, man könnte... Obwohl ich nicht viel mit Haaren change will, ich will nochmal kurz reingucken. Nee. Irgendwie das hat was, aber... Ich weiß schon, wen das referenziert. Das ist halt ein fucking Tier-Reference. Passt ja aber halt auch. Ja, komm. Immer, weil wir gerade den Crossville-Arc hatten. Das passt mit dem Outfit halt ziemlich nice. Ja, komm. Ich finde so bei den anderen passt es ansonsten nicht. Die Hair Changes. Vor allem Rainbow Hair sieht einfach so stupid aus. I don't know why this is a thing. Ash ist der Einzige, der es pullen kann, to be honest. Also, ja, doch, Ash ist der Einzige, der es pullen kann. Ellie Colorway. Ja. Das ist wieder Theo Colorway. Das ist ja schon mal coded. Gut, da haben wir noch schon mal Outfit-Changes gemacht. Library. Library war hier. Soll es nämlich neue Bücher geben. Genau. Und deswegen Board Games wäre neu. Und The Northern War. Das ist so ein Ding, das können wir so wirklich mal nochmal durchlesen. Ich habe es ja schon mal vorhin mal erwähnt. Ich habe ja einen kleinen, also einen kurzen Story-Zusammenfassung von Northern War gemacht. Aber ja, können wir gerne mal durchlesen nochmal. Nur für die, die es halt nicht gesehen haben. The Northern War Outbreak on November the 3rd, 1205, a pitch-black shadow burst through the Neighbor Gate on the southwestern border of the state of Northumbria. It was a special black Hector model of Panzersoldat, the personal machine of Brigadier General Wallace Bardius of Sutherland Provincial Army. Its giant cross spears scattered the Northern Jägers and the autonomous weapons known as archaisms they had guarding the gate, and the golden Panzersoldat leading a 100-strong battalion from the Empire of Erebonia entered the country. The one piloting the gold machine was none other than the commander of Lamara's provincial army, Aurelia Legine, the Golden Raksha Hussar. Today, the remnants of the Noble Alliance's forces invaded Northumbria under her and Brigadier General Bardius' command. It was with this show of force that their campaign began, and the same force would see it concluded in a matter of days. The battle that ensued would later come to be known as the Northern War. Background: the seeds of conflict were planted during the Empire's Civil War of the year prior. A Jäger Corps based out of the Northumbria, known as the Northern Jägers, was hired by the Noble Alliance to fight the Imperial Army in Kreuzen. During this time, they took part in an attack on the market town Kaldek, under the orders of Duke Helmut Albarea of the Four Great Houses, burning Kaldek down to the ground in the process. After the war, the Duke was tried for his actions, but as the Jägers were the ones who set the fires, they were deemed to be at fault for the destruction wrought on the town. Thus, in June of the following year, the Empire made a claim of reparations to the Jägers' homeland of Northumbria. Though the state and the Jäger Corps were two sides of the same coin, the Northumbria Diet argued they were not, in fact, affiliated. The Diet condemned the burning of Kaldek as inhumane, but had no possible way of paying the sums requested, due largely to the chronic financial troubles that had plagued the state ever since the Northumbrian disaster in 1178, also known as the Salt Pail Incident. As the Diet debated over how to proceed in the face of mounting pressure from the Empire, the Northern Jägers suddenly staged a coup, quickly occupying the Parliament building. They were assisted by a large number of aforementioned archaisms supplied to them by the same international crime organization that acted behind the scenes during the Imperial Civil War, Ouroboros. On July 5th, 1205, the Northumbrian government, still under the occupation by the Northern Jägers, issued a formal refusal to pay reparations to Erebonia. The Imperial government took the situation seriously and attempted negotiations through a number of different channels, but ultimately failed to make any headway. With its diplomatic options exhausted, the Empire turned to its still hostile remnants of the Noble Alliance forces that had barricaded themselves in the Lamar and Juno naval fortress at the end of the Civil War. Seeing an opportunity to solve two problems at once, the Imperial government made an offer to the barricaded troops, invade and conquer Northumbria in exchange for amnesty for their part in the war. Legine and Bardius accepted the offer, vacating the naval fortress at the end of August. And after 2 months of planning in tandem with the intelligence division and the railway military police, the invasion was ready. The campaign. After breaking through the defenses at Nybro Gate, the Empire's combined provincial armies marched to Northumbria's capital of Helias, suppressing the Northernegers based in the small towns such as Kilva and Lively along the way. In just 3 days, they had reached the destination. There they found that the Northernegers had deployed larger chasms across the entire city, even getting so far as to release them into the streets, essentially taking the civilians hostage in a last-ditch effort to stop the Empire's advance. Was nicht von der Regierung ausgelöst wurde, sondern von Campanella. General Legine surrounded the city and was tasked with negotiating on behalf of the Empire. She gave the Jaegers a week to surrender before she would begin their assault on the city. In response to the rising tensions, the Bracergood headquarters in Lehmann dispatched a large number of high-ranking Bracers to the city in an attempt to mediate and help the civilians trapped there. Meanwhile, the Imperial government called upon the Ashen Chevalier, Wien Schwarzer, and his Divine Knight to deploy to Helias in order to neutralize the Archasms. However, time was short and General Legine's deadline was fast approaching. The conclusion. On November 12th, the Ashen Chevalier, a number of high-ranking Bracers, and elite members of the railway and military police infiltrated the city in a concerted effort to neutralize the Archasms and Jaegers patrolling the streets and get the trapped civilians to safety. They were successful in evacuating the civilians and destroying a large number of the Archasms, but before they knew it, the weak General Legine had given the Jaegers was up. On the morning of November 13th, the battalion of Panzersoldaten that had encircled Helias began their advance, led by the commanders Legine and Balia as they pulverized the city's outer defenses, drove back the Jaegers, and made their way into the city proper. By noon of the same day, they had seized control of the Parliament building. Thanks to the efforts of the Ashen Chevalier, the Bracers and the RMP, civilians' casualties were extremely low. Further, due to the sheer overwhelming power of the general's advances, many Jaegers chose to flee over holding their ground, resulting surprisingly few casualties among their numbers as well. By the end of the day, all the remaining members of the 1,000-strong Northern Jaegers had completely surrendered. Annexation. When the dust had settled, imperial dignitaries arrived on the scene and began detailed negotiations to bring a formal end to the conflict. Because Northumbria's economy had been dependent on funds brought in by the Northern Jaegers, the state had no way to rebuild itself without them, much less pay the reparations demanded by the Empire. In the face of objections from both the Bracergood and the Septian Church, concerns voiced by neighboring countries, and an outright denouncement from Calvert, the Empire announced on November 13th that it would be annexing the formerly independent state. Finally, on December 23rd, Emperor Eugene III gave his approval, and the Northumbria province of the Erebonia Empire was formally established. Jetzt. Ja, das ist eine sehr, sehr zusammengefasste Variante von dem. Und wo hat auch keiner der relevanten Charaktere für den Northumbria benannt wurde. Also, von Northumbrias Seite. Wenn ihr ein bisschen mehr in-depth wissen wollt, was mit den ganzen Charakteren dort passiert ist und wie wir dafür alle relevant waren, wie zum Beispiel Lavian Winslet, dann guckt euch das meine Zusammenfassung-Video zum Northumbrian an. Ihr solltet euch noch vielleicht 2 Stunden dafür Zeit nehmen. Was tust. Anyway. Gehen wir mal sprechen mit Leuten. Wir können Profiles. Ich folge einfach mal bei dem, wie es hier gerade in dem Guide ist, weil die Liste oben ist ein bisschen. Wir können das mal Tor reden. Tor, since when did you work in the library? I had a little free time, so I thought I'd stop by and update the library's catalog. But Celestian's pretty much taken care of that already. All hail the mighty Celestian, everyone gets by him. You know, his academy really has come a long way. Right? No small thanks to Baggy and Linda. Once they arrived, this campus facilities really got going. Any challenge means you can start taking it a little easier. Maybe a little. Or at least freeze my schedule up so I can help out in new, different ways. That might be the most Toa thing you've ever said. Sehr true.
さてと、
Als ob Tova mal Pause machen würde. Anyway. Hallo Linda. Hey Linda, how's work going? Hello there, Reen. I just finished up the inventory check. Now on top of that, I need to make sure we have extra supplies for our field exercises. It is a relief to have such a professional like you taking care of us. I really can't thank you enough for coming here to help us out. Oh no, it really is too much. I'm still just in training. Not to mention, I decided to come here for my sake too. Oh, how do you mean? Well, it's not a big deal or anything. It was this war that made me decide to become a doctor. So many people were hurt or in danger, and I felt so powerless. I wanted to be strong enough to save someone, anyone. That's why I started to wish. So that's why you suddenly transferred to a medical college. It was out of blue. I have never had a chance to ask you about it. Sorry to worry you, but I really am still just in training at St. Ursula. So I want to get as much experience in as I can, and I want to be stronger. Alongside everyone else here, if possible. Me too. Please keep on supporting us, Linda. Of course, thank you. Okay. Already, yeah, okay. This rain is nice. I know you're familiar with Eastern culture. Do you write haiku? I mean, in Ghost of Tsushima, yeah. I mastered it, but I'm completely clueless when it comes to those. On top of all your other artistic pursuits, do you write poetry too? What can I say? Perhaps I take after my predecessor. In any event, I saw the images. He is indeed very similar. Not only that machine of his, but his voice and even the way he carries himself. Did you know him too? The Shoshari was the young hero of the Noble Alliance. I only spoke with him a handful of times, but I remember thinking how young he looked, especially standing next to Kayan. After the war, when I heard of his death, I remembered thinking what a waste it was losing such a young man with a bright future. But that's the extent of my relationship with him, so let's leave it at that. I leave it to you and Herschel how we interpret this masked man, including determining whether he is a friend or foe to us here at the branch campus. Understood. I'll see to it. Alongside Instructor Herschel and all my other friends. I should look forward to it. Alright. Dann starten wir mit Mirse und Ash im Besuch ab. That's... I'm to miss having you in our class. We have so few people as it is. I guess Juna's class is even smaller. Astandia, Monsieur too, but things won't be so different. We shall still be in the same dorm, and we will still be friends. Be sure to take care of Juna. I think the two of you will get along very well. After all, you complement each other so nicely. Huh? Oh, I agree. You never make mistakes, Missy, but Juna can be very careless. But I feel like the two of you working together can overcome any obstacle. I see. I didn't mention it. I can see what you mean. I'd already planned to ask Juna and Artina for help, as I'm not terribly experienced in combat. But I certainly wouldn't mind some private lessons from Instructor Reen. You really do like Instructor Reen, don't you? Well, I guess he does seem pretty cool. And kind too. He helped Juna when she was feeling down. Oh, my club is starting soon. I'll see you later. In that case, I will head to the kitchen. I've got this new recipe I want to try out. Have a wonderful time, you too. Chatting with some of your friends in military finance. Indeed, it makes me sad to think I'll be saying goodbye to them after only 2 months. There truly are so many kind people here at the branch campus. Yeah, some people just say we are playing second fiddle to the main campus, but when the chips are down, I think we have the potential to be greater than any other military academy out there. Even for its main campus. I agree wholeheartedly. That aside though, was there something I could help you with? A student and her instructor alone in a quiet classroom? Surely an ideal setting. Oh, well, there are still some students on the second floor. But anyway, I just came here to give you this. Oh, I see. Findet, Museum, new student notebook. Makes me a bit sad to think I have to change from my military finance handbook, but I suppose there's no other choice given the different curriculums. If you want to, you can swap in the pages from your old notebook. If there's anything from your old notebook you'd like to keep, give it a try. I see this notebook is rather state of the art, isn't it? Thank you very much, instructor. Well then, I shall be off to see to my club activities now. And I eagerly await being in your class. Yeah, it will be good to have you. Oh. Suppose we will be moving over to special operations soon. Do try not to instigate any conflicts while you're there. I don't plan on starting anything. But if anyone wants a piece of me, I'll kick their ass. Didn't let you get you in trouble in Heimdallr. I mean, I heard you beat those guys up pretty bad, but still, you gotta be careful. I just needed to make sure those assholes learn their lessons. I knew they'd try some low-life crap to get back at us, like attacking the girls. I suppose that's one way to think of it. You gotta tell us the things, man. Otherwise people are gonna misunderstand you. But Kurt was the only guy in special operations to know, so maybe this is a good thing. It kinda pisses me off seeing two good-looking guys in the same class, though. On top of that, your instructor Reen is there, so I can understand your frustration. You guys don't look that bad. It's just your other qualities that are the problem. Ah, you... Like a knife to my heart, dude. Instructor Ash, please teach us how to be popular with the girls. Alter. Wie er das mit einem Straight Face sagen kann, Alter. Saying goodbye to your friends from Combat Tactics. Nah, nothing like that. But you're patrolling the campus. Must be hard being a teacher. Oh, it's just part of the job, and it's pretty enjoyable actually. Seeing you talk with your friends, I think you'd actually be pretty good at it. So, what are you really here for? You come here to bring me something? You're pretty sharp? No, a notebook. New curriculum pages, different activity guidelines, additions to the emergency manual. Guess you really put your time into making this. Scan through that so quickly. Yeah, you can still hang on to your old one if you want. Just remember that everyone in Special Operations uses this emergency manual. Fine, got it. I'm gonna get going now. Also, I've got my eyes on you. Before long, I'll find out if you're the real deal or just some phony. Keep that in mind. Okay. Dann können wir zum Campus gehen. Warte mal, wo war die Küche nochmal? Ich muss nämlich noch jemand was abgeben. Oder das ist die Literal Club, Jazz Club, Tea Ceremony Club. Nee? Wo sind sie denn in der Cafeteria-Küche? Das kann halt auch sein. Yep. When you see yourself me doing the field exercises, so good house them, let me share them with you. Oh, so good. Thank you. This is really helpful. You're welcome. Ich möchte dir Seeds geben. Ich habe noch ein paar Seeds. Nee, egal. Oh, ich habe noch so ein School Rooftop. So to see here, Professor Schmidt. It shouldn't be that surprising. I ate most of my meals here. Canned and instant coffees are fine, but a properly brewed coffee is always nice for a change. I had a good time for a break, so I came here to relax. Are you researching that flying iron? The Shadowme blue machine we saw? What else? The flying iron's flight capabilities are inconceivable, and its omnidirectional lasers. With today's technology, none of this seems possible. It must be... Professor? Never mind. The cherry blue machine, we can't deny its similarities. It might be the same type, or was simply made to be similar. That's... Don't look so serious. I did use the Azure Knight as preference when making the pencil style, but that is the extent of my involvement. As long as I have the Azure Knight near me, I'm not interested. Understood. I knew he was like this. Can this ranger hurry up and go already? I said it's supposed to clear up by 4 PM, but it's not showing any signs of stopping. Something wrong, Jessica? Now that I'm thinking about it, you haven't said much today. Oh, is that so? You're complaining too much, Juna. All I can do for now is believe the forecast and wait. Fine. Okay. Und dann gehe ich jetzt nochmal zum Rooftop erstmal. Den Rallery Character Profile. Beautiful voice. What song is this? Instructor Schwarze? Were you talking with me just now? Sorry about that, I didn't mean to. But, you know, it's a really nice melody you've got going there. Is this the song you're rehearsing for the Modern Music Club? Yes it is. I see. Never heard it before. What's the name of the song? We don't have a name for it yet. It's our original song, you see. Oh, really now? Well, it's pretty damn catchy, I'll give you that. You wrote it anyway? Well, I did the outline for the song, but I implemented everyone else's ideas too. Call it a collaboration. So the lyrics still a work in process. Progress. I see. Pretty surprised. You've really got a name for this. This isn't... I'm just... this is so embarrassing. Could you just drop it, please? Oh, sorry about that. Ich habe schon wieder was verpennt. Ja, komm. Kümmern uns erstmal darum. Man kann nämlich theoretisch von Gina noch ein Recipe sich holen. Hamburger Steak. Und die Imperial Chronicle 5, die wir noch lesen müssen. Dann tun wir diesmal. Imperial Chronicle 5, here we go. Special feature, the inspection team returns home. On May 27th, the inspection team that was visiting the Crossbow Browns completed their scheduled inspections and returned to the capital. The members tasked with the inspection were much more prominent than originally predicted, including Imperial Governor Karl Regnitz, Art Group Chairman Irina Reinford, and Prince Olivier and Princess Alfine, which likely shocked many reporters. Princess fever even locally. Local surprise that the inspection team began when the Pentacruel arrived and their highnesses embarked on the Governor General's deck. Princess Alfine, said to be as lovely as an angel, whose beauty is in full bloom at the age of 17, especially astounded Crossbill's residents who had already heard rumors of her arrival. Her friendly nature should ensure that Princess Fever will continue in the province for some time. Einfach nur zum Beispiel wie so das Erebonia Maskottchen hingehalten, to be honest. What did the inspection team find? The result of the inspections made possible by Governor General Rufus Abarea covered diverse areas such as politics, economy, military matters, and technology, medicine, and also international relations. But the biggest result was easing the minds of the citizens of Grospe, now a former part of the empire after existing for so long as a suzerain state. The eight metropolis plan that includes Grospe City was announced and includes stronger protection from the Republic and large-scale construction projects. This will surely lead to the confidence for even further development of the continent's largest trade and financial capital. Military affairs. New railway guns revealed. At the same time as the inspection team's visit, the Imperial Army showed off the new Dragunov-class railway cannons. While smaller than the guns formerly deployed at Garelia Fortress, they contain nearly the same amount of firepower and can even be transported on normal railways if alternate rails are used. Sehr interessant, wie hier gesagt wird, wenn alternate rails are used, und uns wurde gesagt, die können über jede Zugstrecke einfach gehen oder halt auch auf wie nennt man das vom Panzer? Ich kenne es einfach nur als Caterpillar gerade. Ja. Ich weiß gar nicht den deutschen Begriff dafür. Politics. The Imperial Provincial Council opens. On this coming June 18th, the Imperial Provincial Council will be held in the port city of Ordes, La Mare Province. The event will be a collaboration between La Mare's interim provincial overseer, Marquis Ballard, and representative of the four great houses. They are expected to discuss new tax reforms and various other important matters. Und das hat theoretisch jetzt auch schon angeteased, wo unsere nächste Field Exercises stattfinden werden. La Mare in Ordes. Travel luxury on the Transcontinental Railroad. On the Transcontinental Railroad that stretches from Ordes in the west far into the east, there is a special sleeper train. The train runs for roughly 10 days and contains sumptuous rooms from first to economy class and a dining car that prepares dinners with the finest goods from around the empire. This alarm features choice spirits and cigars from every nation. Popular choices being perhaps the Imperial Brandy Steinrose or the Baronian wine Grand Chardonnay. There's Nicholas, chief of the Railway Public Planning Department. Callback zu den Liberian Wein Grand Chardonnay, den Olivier einfach weggesoffen hat, der irgendwie 100.000 Mira wert ist. Und Nicholas, einer unserer Freunde von Force Military Academy. Und ich glaube, Steinrose haben wir auch schon mal gehört, weil ich glaube, im Zusammenhang mit Randy, weil Randy, denke ich mal, getrunken hat im Crossbell Arc, wenn ich jetzt richtig im Kopf habe. Also den Steinrose haben wir auch schon mal gehört. So. Gehen wir mal zum Hänger. Zu Malimale. Wir haben auch sogar unsere Orbel-Bikes hier stehen. Wobei einem der Sidecar fehlt. Ich weiß schon, was du damit bastelst. Auf jeden Fall was von Size Central Factory. Wollen wir vom Marking sehen. Kann ich die Schrift lesen? Aber man sieht schon, ist es eine Version free. Aber das ist das, was du darunter siehst, nicht, ne? Das ist ein Typ 3. Ja, was könnte das sein? I gotta make sure we have sufficient range of motion. Ah, Dr. Ian, good evening. Sorry to bother you. Looks like you're focusing really hard on your work. Just some sort of machine part. Alright, I've been experimenting with this since I was at Size Central Factory. I'm still researching it, so I want to keep it secret. Once I'm done, I'll be sure to show it off to you. I see, in that case, I look forward to it. Thank you. Na, etwas, woran sie schon seit Sai Central Factory arbeitet. Sind Teile ihres Orbital Gears. Fruit of her labor. That's what I call a paint job. Okay, with that out of the way, I've got a few adjustments to make to those orbital systems. Radiant, looks like you're having a good time. Perfect timing, Green. What do you think? Isn't it cute? The Spiegel is a real cannon of worms compared to the dragon, so many cool features to master. The only thing I don't like about it is that they haven't come up with a good nickname. We've got Val and Draggy and Tex, so maybe Speepers? Pretty sure the professor's gonna shoot that one down. So, we expected to put this guy to work in our Panzersoldat training in just 2 days. Good luck fixing him up, man. To that, I won't let him down. Ja, wir haben jetzt auch einen Spiegel, einen Kestrel und... Also, ein Dragon. Spiegel, Kestrel, Hector. Fehlt eigentlich nur noch ein Goliath. That's... I see, not even you understand what happened back in Northumbria. You the 9 knights were merely wrestlers for our Reaganers. The moment Green's power flooded out from him, I lost all control. I have no memory of what happened during the time. Let's see, thought we might get some valuable information, but... Hey, Ursuline. That's you. Are your classes over? Homeroom is over, so now I'm just patrolling the school. Speaking of that incident during the Northern War. Yeah, I had already heard about it, but I thought Valiant might have some more insight. I've been here for half a month now. I'd like to finish up here. I see you've done a lot for us. Thank you too, Valimar, for your support. That is my job. Maybe to control your power, it would assist you in piloting me as well. Good luck controlling it, for your own sake as well. Das hat gerade nicht viel Sinn gemacht von der Struktur her, wie das gesagt wurde. Das war auf jeden Fall eine bad translation. Well, your relationship has gotten really strong in just a year. Kind of reminds me of Emma and me. Now you mention it. It is indeed reminiscent of a witch and you're familiar. If that's the case, can you try to retrieve your memory? You remember small things about Emperor Traxxas too, right? Fortunately, yes. Should have memories dating back to when I was created. Not being able to remember may be an issue. Or maybe that was simply the way I was made. If you remember anything, let me know. Now that I asked what I needed to, I'm going outside to nap. Oh wait, it's raining. Quite a bit actually, but it looks like it will stop around evening. There's a sitting room upstairs. Why don't you nap there? Yeah, I think I'll do just that. See you. She can be dry at times, but she really does care for others. Yeah, she will stay plenty dry, coped up in here. This training that Solene is helping with. Need to get results soon. So. Dann gehen wir mal in den Shop. Student Store. Maureen, you came! The Becky shop is now open at the branch campus. Not bad, right? And now how do I take over the student store? Sure, this is okay. I was certain you would open a shop in a bigger city. Well, I'd be lying if I said I planned this from the start. But in Crossbell, I said I cannot compete with those huge merchant conglomerates. I'm talking about Class & Co. in the capital. I managed to keep the smaller stores from getting bought out, but Class & Co. has just kept getting bigger. They're busy competing with the rivals now, but they're gonna target the smaller stores eventually. Independents like me wanna be able to compete once that happens. So I decided to do something. I'm gonna create a network of all the smaller shops in the Empire. I see, so you're gonna team up with other smaller shops to compete against the big shops. It is totally a plan that you would come up with, Becky. That's inspired by the network you created during the Civil War. But you solved it after the war, because you said it wasn't efficient. I had to make it, so I was raging. Looks like he's gonna be a rival after all. The match is just kicking off. The shop is the first step towards the war. Watch your back, Hugo. Becky and Hugo went at it as students, but I never thought it would escalate like this. Well, I guess I'll just see what happens. Das ist noch so eine funny side story, die so nebenbei die ganze Zeit passiert. At Becky's store you can buy no items, as well as limited supply of items from other regions. Buying these limited items will cost a little more than buying them from the respective regions. Ja. Wir können zum Beispiel Yomishi-Stuff kaufen. Ja, nee, so ein paar Sachen, die man hätte vielleicht irgendwo verpassen können. Aber, ja, ich dachte schon darauf, dass wir eigentlich alles kriegen. Auch wenn Geld bei uns nicht ein Issue ist, so wirklich. Wir sind mit so um die 550k gestartet. Sind gerade erstmal bei auf die 400k runtergedroppt. Nee. Items. Was soll mal über mein New Material traden? So. Gut. Ich denke mal mit dieser kleinen, ja, Nachmittags-Campus-Tour können wir es hier für heute belassen. Und ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns immer gerne beim nächsten Mal. Definitiv, lasst gerne Feedback und Support da. Ansonsten sehen wir uns bis dahin. Ciao. Bye.